think he's going to play.
I do. I think he's actually going to play.
But I asked
I'm
you that.
not saying a lot. I just think he's going to play.
You said to me,
can't.
you are my football swami. You said that if he makes the roster, he will play and they will make it work.
If he makes the roster, they're going to have to justify why.
And the three touchdowns.
You just throw up in your mouth.
The three touchdowns. Yeah, but clearly.
Throw up in his mouth.
If he makes the roster, they're going to have to justify it.
The three
and
touchdowns.
then they're going to put him out on the field and figure out how to play games to get him open. I get it.
But not in the end, not in the red zone, though.
The three touchdowns.
The three touchdowns will justify it, saith the
They're
Lord.
going to try to do what they need to do to justify it.
Okay.
Three touchdowns.
He's working hard, man. He's working hard according to Trevor Lawrence.
He says take the over. Take the over.
The station sportsbook set the over-under at 2.5, which is why we asked the question.
Yeah.
That he'll score 3 touchdowns. Early money is on the under.
I hope nobody's betting.
A lot of people are actually, Ev, right?
So if I bet he doesn't,
betting on
so let me ask you
this.
this: if I bet that he doesn't, and he gets cut, do I win?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll think about that over the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Can you text me your answer first because you know I'm relying on you? And you told me he was going to make the roster because they got to make it make sense.
If he makes the roster, do I believe he's going to make the roster? I think he's going to make either the practice squad roster. I think he's more likely to make the practice squad because they could say it's easier to sell. We're developing him. We like what we see. We need to give him some time.
Oh my God, this is.
Still a young man.
Yeah, he's got a lot left.
Got a lot left.
Just look at Tom Brady.
Just like we have a lot left on Take It or Shake It.
I'm not sure we do.
Because you brought up the conversation that we're going to elaborate on.
Oh, my God.
The Sixers have an easier road to the NBA Finals than the Nets. Take it or shake it.
Take it.
Take it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got Miami, which is done, right? No, they got
Washington right now.
Washington, which is done.
Up 2-0.
And then they take on
Atlanta
or
the Knicks.
Yeah.
Which I think they get through both of them.
They should be
and
able
then
to,
they run up against Brooklyn because I think Brooklyn gets past Milwaukee.
But they'd be Brooklyn or Milwaukee will be a little beaten up by that series that they'll play each other. You would think, right? That'll be a tough series for both of them.
I don't know when you say beat up.
You know what I mean? Like worn down a little bit.
That series is
I
going
don't
at
know.
least 6.
Brooklyn hadn't played, so they're pretty healthy, I would think.
Yeah, but they haven't
the
played,
Celtics.
but they also have not faced adversity as a unit either.
But what if they're so good there is no adversity?
And that's very real to me. I think the defense thing is being overblown. I think the loss of Jeff Green is
Have you
a
seen
sneaky big
the
deal.
point totals in the NBA playoffs so far? Teams are scoring 140, 130 like it's nothing. Nobody's playing defense. This whole idea, well, the Nets need to play defense. Nobody's playing defense.
And even if the score is 202 to 200 and they had 202, like they won, so what?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
More NBA. Zion Williamson is not even the second best player from the 2019 NBA draft. Take it or shake it.
You need to give me the players other than Ja. Who else?
RJ, shout out to the
RJ
Knicks.
Barrett was the third pick.
And after that, I'm trailing off.
Tyler Hero.
Wow. Who else
He
is
is
in
the
that
second
class?
best player.
DeAndre
Yeah, I was
Hunter.
going to say shake
Whoa,
it.
wait a
DeAndre
minute.
Hunter.
Shake it, man.
Shake it.
Yeah, I was just
Shake
trying to
it.
think of the names. He is.
DeAndre Hunter wasn't in that class. Wasn't DeAndre Hunter number one?
I think what has happened to Zion, much like the shiny car, is that when you get the new car after a year or two, it kind of gets dull. And I think when Zion
You
came
get
in
used
from
to it,
Duke,
right? Like you just
it was
kinda-
shiny, it was
Yeah.
new, the
No,
sneaker blew out.
He just played a full season.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was so shiny and new, everybody fell in love with it coming from Duke. And they were like, oh, he's going to do this, and AD's gone, and he's doing that. Oh, look at him. He's able to play the guard position. And then it kind of, people are like looking at it different now that they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's like it's his fault. He's
Yeah.
still a dynamic
not
player.
his fault at all.
He's still
I think
box
he'll be fine.
office.
Yeah,
he still
he's
has
definitely gonna be fine.
snap, crackle, pop, like you would say, right? He's got all that stuff. He's still really good. They just got to get him on a better team in a bigger market, maybe with one of his friends.
Wait a minute.
You know, like
I see what you're
somebody
doing
he played
there.
in college with. I'm just saying.
The Pelicans had mad
place
injuries.
where maybe they should have had him win the lottery and just sent him there the first time around.
He'll
Second
come
best
to
player
he'll
from that
come
draft,
to the
Justin
Knicks
Wright
and
Foreman. Shout
ruin
out
his
Hofstra.
career messing around with the Knicks.
Hey.